Heidi ho, my crafty friends. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. And I hope if you're on the East Coast, you're staying warm. I know I'm getting lots and lots and lots of snow. Well, it's February. I get lots of snow. And I bet you're wondering, what the heck is this mess on my desk? Well, I decided we were going to plant a garden today. And I can't figure out which way my flowers are growing. Well, I have that problem sometimes. So what I've done is I've got out some old seed packets. Actually feels like I still have a seed in one of them. I can feel it. Oh, it must be this tomato seed here. Oh, yep, there they are. And I also have a couple of pages. I don't want the seeds in my journal because they will attract critters. So if you're going to use seed packets, make sure you don't have any seeds left in your packets. That's almost as bad as using food, just consider it food. So you don't want those in your journal. So I need to get those out. So we're going to use seed packets in our journal today. And we're going to build a fence. And we're going to, okay, I'll get those out. So for my fence, I have 2 1.5 pieces of brown cardstock. And I have some little pieces of just paper from my garden book, like this. Now, if you don't have a book like this that came from a seed catalog, don't fret and worry. No, it's no big deal. You can use cardstock. You can use anything you want to do this. Oh, that's pretty. I might use that piece. You can use anything you want to build this. Anything you want at all. And I think I might use a piece of this. Just a piece of this page. And I'm going to show you how I did this. I just tore out pieces. We're going to save that piece. And then I just tore them like this. Just like that. And that's how you would do your cardstock. You would just tear them like that. Okay. They don't have to be straight. They don't have to be, anything in particular. Just tear them into strips. And then whenever you're ready to use them, we're going to measure them. So I'm just tearing them into little strips. And these are probably, I don't know, maybe a 1/2 inch wide, something like that. Okay. Maybe not. I don't know. Something like that. And they're all different colors. Okay, so because the fence around my garden is wood. And my wood has different shades of brown, has different things growing on it. So I kind of want to include those things on my fence. So you can do that too. You can have different things growing on your fence. Or, like I said, you can use cardstock if you want. So for my fence, I'm going to start with, this is part of the cover. And as you can tell, it's got brown. This was part of a hand. But for me, I'm not even going to pretend that that's a hand. And I'm going to make this a little bit thinner. And I'm going to make it thinner here. And before I do anything, I want to ink these up. So I'm going to get out. Let me get a hold of these. I'm going to use Gathered Twigs in Scorched Timber. And I want those because they're a little bit darker. And they'll give me a little bit of dimension on this in the background. So I'm just going to run them over the edges here like this. So if I have any places that are, showing through, I want it just like that. And I'm going to use both of them on them. And you've heard me say, so don't freak out that I just, did both of them on there. Brown is brown. It makes no difference to me. I know there are a few creators that would just like totally freak out if they saw me do that, but okay, so now I'm going to take my, what's the other one, gathered twigs on here, and I'm going to put it more towards the middle. There we go. And I want the darker around the edges. There we go. Like that. And I'm just, you know, kind of blending it in, kind of, there. There we go. Now, and if you do two colors like that, and then you go, oh man, I don't remember which is which, turn them over, and they're labeled on the back, which for me is a good thing, because I always forget. When I open two of them like that, I always forget. Okay. So now that I've got them labeled, I can start putting down my bases of what I want on the base. And this is the one of the first ones that I want, because it's just got the brown, and I want to put that toward the bottom. And I know you're asking, why are there two of them? Because it's going to go on my center spread. So I want to make sure that at least the bottom lines up. Okay, I don't want the top to line up, but I do want the bottom to line up. And it doesn't have to line up across the edge. But I do want the bottom to line up, and I don't care about the top right now. But I do want the bottom to line up. So I'm just going to take, and I'm just going to put a little bit of my glue here, and I'm just going to go out a little bit like this. And so I don't think about it, I'm just going to take some of this, and then I'm going to tear it off, and I'm going to flip it around, and I'm going to go like this. And that's not inked, but I can come back and ink it. Now, in here, I can come back. Think of it as a mini collage. That's kind of what you need to think of it as. This is a mini collage base. Okay? So now I've got some different colors down here. Now I'm not going to make it real tight across here because I need to do two of them. Now as I do two over there, I'm going to come over here and do two. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do those two. And then I want to come over here and I want some browns. Okay, you kind of get the idea, don't you? You know how to do a collage. You know how to do this across. But I don't want the whole thing to be brown. Okay, I don't want the whole thing to just be brown. So I want to bring in some greens. Because I have things growing on my fence. I have lots of stuff growing on my fence. I have plants and flowers. So I might add some yellow because I have flowers growing on my fence. Don't forget to add that glue there before you add your next color. I have flowers, all different colors of flowers growing on my fence. Now, if I go off the bottom, I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'll come back. Now, I want to add some of this green over here. Okay. And I'm going to go all the way across and create my fence. Okay. Now I'm not making it real tight. I'm not making this a real tight layer. I'm just adding bits and pieces. And if I decide that I'm ready to cut, I can just come across and cut. Now, this is my bottom piece. I do need to have that level, just like that. Now, my top piece, I kind of want to keep that like that. This piece, I want to tear it. And I might just bring that down here. And then I'm going to bring in some of my other flowers. flowers that I tore. Remember these that I tore up? And I also have some more greens that I can add. Or I might add some more greens over here. And they don't have to be the same. You don't have to make your fence look the same on both sides. My fence doesn't look the same. If you guys have a fence around your garden, think about it. Does it look the same? Do your fences look the same? Think about your fences. Go out and look at them if you can. Do they look the same all year round? Now, I can even put this across the bottom of my fence, or even put that around the bottom, you know, to look like the dirt at the bottom. Or I might even save that for something else. Now I think I'm going to start adding some of this yellow. Now, I don't like that green at the top, and I don't think I want that. But I do think I want some of this green, this yellow, but I think I want it on top of this. So I think I'm just going to put my glue up here. Now, I think I did forget to glue this down in here. There we go. Okay. Let's bring that down there a little bit. Okay. Now, let's add some more to this one. Let's maybe add over here. Let's maybe tuck another piece of this under there. Or, yeah, let's maybe add another piece, but I think this piece might be a little bit too big. I think I just want that little piece. Oops, come here, you. I just want to tuck it underneath here. Just tuck it underneath this. Just like that. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Now let's see what else we have. Oh, we have some lavender. And I don't care that the ad is on it because I'm probably going to cover it up with something like a bee or a bird, or so I'm not worried about that. Or I might tear it off, but I want some lavender. Now, there's the grasses. I have wild grasses growing. I have no idea where they came from. We're thinking that, you know, somebody up the mountain from us has them growing. And, you know, every year wild grasses reseed. If you've ever seen them reseed, they're really pretty. But if you don't want them in your yard, not so pretty. Well, we're thinking that's where we got our wild grasses from. And they're really pretty, but now that we have them, we can't get rid of them. But I'll tell you what, the birds love them. They love the seeds in the winter. So I'm going to tear that off across the bottom. And I'm going to bring up some more of it. And down here at the bottom of the wild grasses, it protects the dirt. And I have this little frog that lives down there. And I have lots of bugs and all kinds of stuff. So I think I'm going to add a little bit of yellow in the middle of them. I have all kinds of bugs and critters that live down there. So I haven't cut them down yet. I've just kind of let them do their thing. There we go. So I'm thinking you guys kind of get the idea. So I'm going to finish this and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got all my paper glued on here. Okay, all my paper's glued on. But my fence is missing something. It's missing my crossbar. So I want to use my if this is really really twin. This is really thin twine. It's really thin, see? So I'm going to use this as my little crossbars of my twine, of my fence. So I'm going to take my scissors here. Let me get this out of the way here. And I'm going to take one strip across the bottom, and then I'm going to take one strip across the top. So I can measure here, and I'm just going to let two little ends hang out on both pieces. And then I can cut 4 pieces the exact same length. Okay, so there's one. Now, if I don't get them exactly the same, I can come back and either trim them or do whatever I need to do. So that's 2. Okay, and I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac to put these down. Now, my, okay, so I'm done with this. Okay. So we're going to take, now I'm going to need this, and I'm going to need this because I'm going to use that to push it down with. Okay, so with my Fabri-Tac, I'm going to locate this, and I'm going to run just a fine bead. So I'm going to find where I need it to go. Okay, and I'm just going to run a bead straight across, or as straight as I can possibly go. Okay, so I'm just running a bead across. And pop the top back on it. And then I'm going to take my twine, and I'm going to lay it right there in it. And then I'm going to take the tip of this, or the edge of this, and I'm going to lay it down in it. Okay, that works pretty good. All right, so I can pull it over here a little bit. And I just need to let this dry now. Make sure you can see me. And I'm going to go on and do the second one. Now, right here's the top. Right here's the top. So right here is about where I want the second one. Come on. And I'm just going as straight as I can go. And while I have this out, I want to go on and do this one. There we go. So we're going to lay that one in. And we're going to lay this one in. Let's lay this down in the glue. And then we're going to lay this one down in the glue. Okay. Okay, so now I want to do this bottom piece. So let me get this lined up here. So I hope everyone is doing well. And I hope you're having fun. Whoops, I think I'm sticking to this. I hope you're having fun working in your journals and creating some fun things. Okay, now let's put our last piece on. Okay, let's pull that one through just a little bit. And let's push that piece down. Okay, I want that to be as straight as I can make it here. There we go. There. Okay, so there, oh, this is way too tall. Let's tear that down even a little bit more. Okay, so there are little fences, and this one needs to come down. Okay, now my paper's stuck to my fingers. Okay, so I will find little birds or something to sit on our little fences, but these need to dry before, our little ropes need to dry before I can put this in the journal, and that's okay. So I'm going to sit these up here in front of me so they can do that, and we're going to work on our seed packets. Now the seed packets, I've already measured them. I can get 2 per page, and we're going to use them as pockets. So the tops are open. Okay, so I want to ink them up a little bit, and I want to put them on the pages so they're like this. So they're kind of out like that, you know, 2 per page. I was hoping to get 3. I wonder if I could do it like this. Let's try it and see. Let's sit it on here and see. Maybe. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm not going to squish this little pocket down. I'm just going to sit it like this. Oh, now that would work. Okay, that would work. All right, so we can do 3 per page. Let's put that back up there to dry. Okay, so we can do 3 per page. All right, so let's make sure all the tomato seeds are out of here. Oh, no, I still have 1 in here. Nope, there's 2 in there. There they are. Okay, so like I said, make sure all your seeds are out of your packets before you put them in your journal. Okay, I think I have them all, the rest of them out. Oh wait, there's another tomato seed still in this one. All the way down there in the bottom. There it is. Oh, and there's one stuck down there. Is there? I don't see one. Nope. Yeah, these are big. Okay. So now let's get them where we want them. Decide which ones we want where. And then we're going to need to tack them in place. Okay. So let's pick out our colors here. So let's put the first one over here. So we're going to put the solid green, I think, over in the far corner. And then maybe the next one, then maybe put the next one with color like that. And then I think the purple, let's see, how was that going to sit? It sits like that. Okay, so maybe it needs to go like this. It needs to start over here. And then this can come over here. And then the purple can come down here. Yeah, it can go like that. Okay, so let's get these tacked into place. Okay. That way when we're ready to put them on the page, they're one whole unit. So that's going to go there. That's going to go there and there. So let's pick this up. Now let's make sure this is straight. And let's make sure it's straight on the page. Now if we need to trim that off a little bit, we can. Let's trim this across the top a little bit. Let's trim that right to the blue. There we go. That makes us straight. Okay, now we're ready to glue this down. Make sure we have everybody glued together. Okay, let's turn this over. Put this in place. Now, you'll notice I've still left some space here in the corner of the journal because I don't want anything, you know, smacking in the corner. And it may have to be adjusted, which is okay if it does. Here we go. Now, I do have, somewhere on my desk, I have a little bead charm that we're going to add. Now, this here is also going to be a pocket. This little piece that we made, our little fence, is also going to be a little pocket. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue on it. And it's going to go right there. Now, it might have to come over a little bit. And that's okay. I don't mind seeing the edge of that pocket. But this page is going to have to sit open since our rope is still wet. Okay. Now let's do the other side. Let's get the other side figured out here. 1, 2, here it is. So we want the solids at the top, which I think I want this one at the top. Now I don't want it all the way in the corner. So let's go on and cut it all the way across to the name. I think I do want this one at the top. Let's go all the way across the top here. And then we want the tomato. And then this one. Like that. That way we can still see them, but they, you know, they each are showing. So let's pick this up. Yeah, I need to fill my bottle, don't I? Add some glue here. All right, let's get everybody spaced back where it needs to be. Okay, there's that one. Okay, let's get you back where you need to be. You need to be there. Okay, so now we can take this off of here. Whoops, you wiggled. All right, you're supposed to be over in the corner. All right, let's get some little clamps on there. Where are they? Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. All right, I'm just trying to hold things still here. Now, I want to put glue back here. Put you down. Okay, now let's let this dry for a minute. All right, stand up here. Okay. And then this is going to sit here. And then our other little fence will go across the bottom. There we go. And then we have room for 4 pockets on one page. All right, so we're going to let that dry for a minute. All right, so let's get a piece of paper towel here and wipe this off. And put our top back on. So let me show you how big our pockets are on these. So these are good sized pockets. So this tag will come all the way down here. It'll come all the way down the length of this. All right, so let's get this down on our page. Now, let's do this. I think I've knocked you guys down a little bit too far. I think my pages are wiggling. Let's move that. And make sure you all can see me. Okay. Yeah, my bottle's just about empty, so I'm going to have to open my other bottle. Okay, so let's go on and put this down on this page. Okay, on the other side of the knot here. The knots, I'm using the knot as our spacer. Okay, so when we close it, it's going to close like that. So I've used the knot where I tied the page. I'm using that as our spacer. So let's go on and put this down. Let's get that up there. Now, if you want to make your pocket deeper, you can make your pocket deeper if you choose to do so. Yeah, this is about done. If you want to make this part deeper, you can. Okay, Now, these pages will have to stay open to dry. And that's okay, because this has to dry. Okay, so let's find our little bumblebee charm that I had out, who's gotten knocked around someplace. Maybe I put her up here. I just had her. She was laying right there. All right, you little bumblebee, where did you go? Where did she go? Well, let's get another one. Let's find another one here. I know I had her out. All right, well, let me get out another little bumblebee, because I was going to hang a little bumblebee on one page and a little bird on the other. So let me get them out, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I couldn't find my little bird, so we're going to do a butterfly instead. So there's my little butterfly. Now, when I'm doing them on paper that I think is going to tear, I like to put fabric behind them. So I'm going to grab my little tools here. And that keeps them from tearing in the paper. Now, where did the fabric go I just had? Oh, for goodness sakes, Lori. Girl, you have just lost it today. And I like to do it like this. Now, let me sit back down here. Okay. Well, since I just lost my fabric, we will do it with a little piece of paper. So that matches the paper that we're using. There, we'll use that little piece of paper. Now, what I did was I've just paper that's left over from projects that I'm using, making in the book. I just punched little circles, and then I'm able to use them. So we're just going to take our little butterfly and we're going to hang it from this little circle, and then we can put the circle down anywhere we want in there. And I'm actually thinking that one might be a little bit too big. So I think we're going to take and we're going to punch a smaller one. Let's see if we can get that little flower. I don't know if I can maneuver it or not. Let's see if we can maneuver it with the tweezers. Let's see if we can maneuver it and get that little pink flower right there. Oh, I got glue on my tweezers. Oh, there we go. We got it. Okay, good. All right, so let's put a little hole in it. Maybe right about, let's see how far down can we hang it. Maybe right about there. And then we will all right, I want to take this off and get this on first so I can tell which way it's going. Oh, this just gave me an idea. This just gave me an idea. I wonder... Did you ever do something and then get an idea after you've already done half of what you're doing? Well, that's kind of what is happening right now. Because I did this thinking I was going to glue it down. And then after I did it, I thought, ooh, I wonder if I could put it on our fence. So let's see if I have to take this off. Let's take all this off. Yeah, so now you're watching my brain work, which that could be a scary, scary thing. That could be a scary, scary thing. Okay, I got it. So I'm just going to have to glue that back, the little piece back down. All right, so maybe not that piece, maybe just the butterfly. Come here. Right there. Aha! There we go. Now, let's make sure that everything around it is glued down. Now we have a butterfly on the fence over there. Now, we need to put a jump ring on our bumblebee. So let's get a jump ring on our bumblebee. And let's see if we can do the same thing to our bumblebee. All right, let me get the glue off of this real quick so I can lift that side up. Yeah, mess it. Oh, there's that piece of fabric I was looking for. Come on. All right, now let's see if we can get our bumblebee on there. And there we go. How about that? Now, let's make sure that is pushed down around it and our jump ring is closed. Our jump ring is closed. All right, so I've got the fence pushed down around it. Oh, we didn't close that, so I'm going to have to put something over that. Maybe I can find some more of that. So let's see if we have some more of the flowers that we can put over there. I do. What else do we have here that we can put up over that? Oh, that was a big one that I made for something else. All right, do we have any more flowers? Oh, here's a little flower. Will that cover it? It will cover it. So let's use this one. Oh, here's one I like better. There we go. Flowers are flowers, aren't they? So we could even add some down here at the bottom. So that that one doesn't look so odd. Okay, there we go. Now we'll save that little one, and we'll save that one, and of course we'll save that. Okay, you guys, so here's our page so far. And then when it dries, now it's almost dry, we can make sure we get our tags made and put in it. And of course we'll make some gardening tags to put in it. Now let's get all this stuff out of the way so you can see it. Yeah, oh, some of this stuff needs clean because it got glue all over it. There, let's get this put away. There. Now I want you to be able to see everything. Now, when I glued that down there, I made that a pocket on both sides. So that can hold a little tag. Each of these are pockets. They're full-size pockets. So each of those will hold a tag right there. So we have lots of tags that we're going to be able to complete up here. And I've started making a few of them. So, there we go. So there's our page. Yeah, I like that. That turned out really cute. So now it's on to making tags, I think. Now I do still have a few more pages that I want to finish. I have a lot more pages that I want to finish, actually. This is another pocket, and I wonder if this is dry enough. Oh, I think so. This is dry enough that I can flip back here and put it where I want it. This was another pocket that I finished, and I wanted it. This was another one of those pages that I completed with the decoupage, with the napkins. Let's see. Maybe we'll put that right there. Let's put that right there. I have a couple more of these little bags to decorate. Whoops, I think I just put glue on the inside there. And we're going to be making some clusters. Oops, I did. I put glue right there on the inside. There we go. So that we can decorate some more of our little bags. There we go. There. Now that little bag is finished. There. So now we can put a little tag or journaling card or something like that fun in there. Oh yeah, this book is just coming right along. So let's see how chunky she's getting. Oh yeah, she's getting good and chunky, isn't she? Well, look at there. And we still have the front to do. And I've been working on some ideas for the front. Now I put this one in. This one is a little flip out, and I stamped the page because that little naked page was just making me crazy. But these are going to be some tall, thin tags that are going to go here. And I think I do want to decorate this page. But I was thinking, is there a way that we can maybe alter these tags that I have? And I think there might be. But we're going to play around with them and see if there's a way that we can alter these tags. You know, maybe cut them down. Because they'll fit right here. They're just too chunky. So I'm going to play around with one and see if there's a way that we can do one. And then my little cards like this, that are the little chickens that I have, you know, from that little book I showed you. Where are they? I I used some of the fussy cuts where's those little fussy cuts? Here's some of the little fussy cuts that I took out from a calendar. And this one's going to go here as a tuck. And there was another one that is already in here as a tuck. That's the page we just did. Now, where's the other one? Here's this is a little side tuck that we did. We're going to be making some of those, but we're going to be creating some fun side tucks like this with different styles of buttons. Now, where is that? Oh, we don't need to save that because we already did those. Now, where? It's not there. Where are those? I wanted to show you guys. Oh, here. This came from a calendar. So if you have those seasonal calendars that have all those fun images, you can use those. Like I just cut this little image out, and now I can put things like that in it. And I still have one, but she's too big to actually go in the book. And but I could cut that off, but then I have, you know, this odd leaf on there. Now, it wouldn't be too bad. You know, it just looks like it's attached there. So, but I've used a couple of them in here. So, those are fun that you can use. And there was that one, and there was another one that I wanted to show you. That's a little bit bigger. Must have been that one up in the front. Oh, and I created this in the center the other day. This is another center. Now, it's not finished. This is a little garden gate. And it opens this way. I know it's hard to see. But it's got 3 pockets. They really need some inking done on them. And it was created using actual pages from my journal, and then I used some scrapbook paper to create the pockets. But these base pages are actual pages from one of my journals, my garden journals. So yeah, I do need to ink those up. They kind of disappear, don't they? So I do need to get that completed. Now, where is that other? And this is another big flip out that I created, and I used yarn. I mean, not yarn. I used lace, and it flips this way, and then this piece unties here. And untucks and flips this way. So I will show you guys how to do that. Okay, tuck my little flower right there. Huh, maybe it was just the other one that I don't have glued in yet. Okay, well I thought I had 3 of them. Okay, so to glue these down, I'm finding that Art Glitter Glue, if you do have these, Art Glitter Glue works really well on them, and you just, I am thinking there's another one. Maybe it's up towards the front. And I just use a good bit of it because it is thick. It's very thick paper because, you know, it's your calendar. But I do think I want this piece back here. And then that creates a tuck. Now you could use it as a pocket. You could, you could put it anywhere you wanted depending on what you had. But I wanted mine just as a little tuck. There we go. So now mine's just a little free tuck there. Now, if I decide I don't like it that way, I can always come in and put some glue down that side if I want. No, that must have been it. Okay, that must have been it. Alrighty. Well, I want to thank you guys for joining me today for the fun that we had creating this little center spread page. It was a lot of fun, and I'm so glad that you joined me. And I want to welcome our new subscribers, and welcome back our old subscribers. Well, you're not old, but you're the subscribers that have been with me the longest. I want to welcome you back, and welcome all of our new viewers who are just kind of hanging out and going, I wonder what's happening here. So it's a lot of fun having new visitors around the craft table, watching us create and see what's happening, and you know, just kind of checking out. Oh, there we go. Here, we can put the little frog down there. There, we'll just put that down there. You know, kind of checking out, seeing what's going on, seeing what's happening. Maybe seeing what's, you know, seeing what we're going to do next. So you just never know. You just never know what's going to happen next and what we're going to do, because honestly, we don't know. We just don't know. So don't forget, you can like, you can share, and you can comment on all the videos. And there is a playlist called Garden Journal, and all the videos are there. And you can share any of them, and you can like any of them. So until I see you again in our next video, ta-ta for now.